The Merchant of Venice is a play by William Shakespeare that was likely written in the late 16th century. It tells the story of a merchant named Antonio, who borrows money from a Jewish moneylender named Shylock. The play is known for its exploration of themes such as justice, mercy, and the nature of prejudice. The play opens with Antonio, a wealthy merchant of Venice, expressing his melancholy to his friends Salanio and Salarino. They learn that his sadness is due to his ships being delayed, which means that he cannot repay a loan he has taken from Shylock. Shylock is a Jewish moneylender who has long been the target of discrimination and abuse from the Christian citizens of Venice, including Antonio. In an effort to help Antonio, his friend Bassanio borrows money from Shylock using Antonio's credit. Bassanio intends to use the money to travel to Belmont and woo a wealthy heiress named Portia. Meanwhile, Portia is also being courted by several other suitors, including the Prince of Morocco and the Prince of Aragon. In Belmont, Portia's father has left a will stating that her hand in marriage can only be won by the man who chooses the right casket from among three, one made of gold, one of silver, and one of lead. The right casket contains a portrait of Portia, while the other two contain a fool's head and a death's head, respectively. Back in Venice, Shylock demands his pound of flesh from Antonio as collateral for the loan, since he cannot repay it. In a dramatic courtroom scene, Portia disguises herself as a male lawyer and argues Antonio's case. She cleverly argues that the contract allows Shylock to take a pound of flesh, but no more or less, and that any damage done to Antonio's body in the process would violate the terms of the contract. Shylock is ultimately forced to convert to Christianity and give up his wealth as punishment. In Belmont, Bassanio chooses the lead casket and wins Portia's hand in marriage. The play ends with a celebration, but the ending is somewhat bittersweet, as Portia learns that Antonio's ships have been saved and that he is once again wealthy. However, the play's exploration of prejudice and justice, as well as its memorable characters and witty dialogue, have made it a lasting classic of English literature. The Merchant of Venice is a complex play with many themes and messages, but one of its most prominent messages is the dangers of prejudice and the importance of mercy and forgiveness. Throughout the play, we see how characters such as Shylock, the Jewish moneylender, are discriminated against and mistreated because of their religion. This prejudice leads to a cycle of revenge and bitterness, with Shylock seeking retribution against those who have wronged him. However, the play ultimately suggests that this cycle can be broken through acts of mercy and forgiveness. The character of Portia, for example, is a symbol of mercy and forgiveness. She uses her legal skills to save Antonio from Shylock's demand for a pound of flesh, and later shows mercy and forgiveness towards her husband Bassanio when he confesses to breaking a promise he made to her. Through these actions, the play suggests that forgiveness and mercy are essential for breaking the cycle of prejudice and hatred. Overall, the play encourages us to look beyond appearances and stereotypes, and to treat others with kindness and respect. It also reminds us of the power of forgiveness and mercy in breaking cycles of hatred and prejudice.